We are in the Better Kitchen now, celebrating a very special occasion.
It's Irish Coffee Day. So how do you make coffee Irish? Our better bartender, Dimitrios Zahariadis, is here to show us.
So he's tackling the traditional recipe, and you have a few twists.
We have a twist after that, yes, definitely. So we have an Irish coffee and then a Connecticut coffee.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
What makes an Irish coffee an Irish coffee? What do you put in it?
Booze.
Booze.
Put some Irish whiskey.
Any kind of booze, or it has to have?
It's got to be Irish whiskey.
Okay.
So it's a classic cocktail. It came into this country in, I believe, the 50s. Gentleman was in Shannon Airport in Ireland, loved the coffee, came back home to the States, San Francisco area, didn't know how to make it, went back, got the recipe, came back, and then they serve it at the Buena Vista in San Francisco. Is very famous for its Irish coffees. They serve millions and millions and millions a year. I was there for St. Patty's Day about 8 years ago, and it was quite an experience. But I mean, it's a simple thing to make an Irish coffee.
Okay.
First, you start with your mug, and you want to heat the mug. You want to start off hot. And so everything is nice and warm.
Kind of like you're getting when you get a thermos ready. You
exactly.
want the glass.
Exactly. You want the glass nice and hot.
I was wondering what you were going to do with the water.
With a little kettle.
Because you want it to
heat
stay
it up.
warm.
Exactly.
All right.
So now we're using brown sugar. We're doing about just a little teaspoon of brown sugar. You don't want to make it too sweet because we have other ingredients going in here.
Okay.
We have just our coffee.
Okay.
Nice hot coffee.
So far, we've just got a regular cup of coffee.
So far, yes. And then we're gonna.
So about a 3/4 of a
brown
cup.
sugar.
Yeah, about
instead of white
3/4
sugar.
brown sugar, just to give it a little bit more of a molasses feel to it and taste and stuff. You know.
Okay.
Now is the Irish part. We're using Jameson Irish whiskey.
Okay.
We're doing about 1.5 ounces of Jameson Irish whiskey. Give that a stir, and then we're doing our cream on top. You don't want the cream too thick, so we're using heavy whipping cream. We just give it a little bit of a shake, and then we use the back of our spoon and just float it on top.
Oh, you use the back of the spoon.
That's a little trick. Tricks of the trade.
So when they say Irish cream, that they've made their own Irish cream, is it just whipping cream or?
No, Irish cream is an alcoholic. It's an actual like Bailey's is an Irish cream kind of thing.
Okay.
This is we're just using cream. So you want it to look just like that. You want with every sip, you want to get the coffee, the whiskey, and the cream. So the cream should last you all the way down to the bottom of the cup of coffee.
And I apologize, is it whipped cream or is it just heavy cream?
Heavy cream. Heavy cream is fine, yeah.
But you whipped it a little bit to make it
I whipped
thicker.
it just a touch, just a little shake, just to give it a little viscosity, and it sits on top of the coffee like that.
Look at this one chugging it down.
See? This is the first time she went first.
I know, my God, what the heck? What's happening here?
I like things that are warm.
There we go, exactly. So, and now we're gonna do our variation. We're gonna call this a Connecticut coffee.
It's delicious, by the way.
Good, thank you. I can't take credit for this. You could actually find this drink on the menu. My good friend Justin at the Marlboro Tavern in Marlboro created this drink. He wanted to incorporate all the Connecticut distilleries.
Okay.
So we're doing the same thing. We're starting off with a little bit of our brown sugar.
But do you have this as dessert after dinner, or can you just have it with your dinner? Is there a way that you're supposed to drink it?
Drink whenever you want. I mean, I go to a bar that has a good Irish coffee, and I'll start my night with an Irish coffee, and take it from there.
Yeah.
Especially
if you're feeling tired, all that coffee and sugar will wake you up.
You know what this needs? Just a little more sampling.
So we're incorporating all the three great Connecticut distilleries. Litchfield Distillery Bourbon.
Yep.
We're going to start with that. That's our base. It's going to give it the punch. And then we're going to use coffee liqueur from Waypoint Spirits in Bloomfield.
Okay.
This is going to give us a little more coffee notes, a little more sweetness, and then
coffee liqueur.
Yeah,
okay.
and then we're using Wild Moon out of Hartford. They're birch liqueur. So what I did was I put the birch liqueur with the cream. So we zapped it together for just about 10 seconds.
Okay.
So we infused the cream with birch liqueur.
That sounds.
And then we just do the same thing, a little back of the spoon action, let it float on top.
Back of the spoon is a great trick.
And then you got your Connecticut coffee, and we're actually using coffee from Connecticut as well.
You could also top these things with cinnamon and
cocoa.
You
definitely could with a little
variations,
nutmeg maybe.
Which is probably not. I like Kahlua. I like Frangelico.
Sure. You add whatever you want.
But that's not an Irish coffee.
Not a traditional one, but it's a spin-off.
Okay, so I can still. You want to try this one, Lovey?
Go ahead. You can go first.
No. Ladies first.
So yeah, the whole thing is Connecticut in a glass, even down to the coffee. Wake Up Coffee, local roaster. A good friend of mine makes a coffee. It's delicious.
Good too.
Yeah.
So you have to have good coffee when you're making, because you're putting good spirits in there. You want to use good coffee as well.
Nice strong coffee. But if it's at night and for some reason you're sensitive to caffeine, it wouldn't matter if you made it with decaf if you're having it late at night.
No, that's personal preference. Yeah, of course.
This is Delicious.
Delicious.
They're both
I mean, that's
so
good. This is delicious. And I love the cold cream with the hot.
See, it's a nice little contrast of,
that is so good.
temperatures. Yeah.
All right, for these recipes and others, you want to head to Dimitrios' Facebook page and search The Cocktail Chemist on Facebook.
All right, a couple of new movies are in the theaters today, and one is getting a lot of buzz.
Sometimes we do bad things for good reasons.
There's right and wrong, heaven and hell.
There's more where that came from. Renee has her full Better Weekends report right after the break, and we're going to get an update from, in the meantime, we're going to get an update from Studio A, right?
Yes, we're going to check on today's latest news and weather.